Hello everyone, and welcome back to my Rusty RP-1 playthrough. So, looking at the tree, got some science to spend. Let's see what we can spend it on. Get some better engines. So there's nothing in that node. And there's nothing else for me to buy here, so I guess we'll just go ahead and get a blue sky node. But that's about it. So we're going to have to upgrade the R&D complex. $4 million. Which means we'll have to take on a big contract to pay for it. Meanwhile, we have our Earth mapping satellite, and we have another lunar orbiter. Crude lunar orbiter. So let's see what altitude we need to launch into to do the scan of Earth. Earth. Okay, and we want 271.587, it looks like. There. Yeah, 271.5. That's 86.41 degrees. What's the other one? Yeah, 86.41 degrees. All right, let's do that. So we're going to launch low and circularize. We definitely want a higher pitch rate than that. Actually, no, we want to be higher. So we're going to leave it like that. I'm going to turn on the RCS so I don't forget. And let's go. Hey, Specimen Sif. Yes, we're broadly prepared for snowpocalypse. Gonna be real fun. Yeah, I was at the grocery store this evening, right after work, and at 7 p.m. on the day before the snowstorm, there were no carts, because everybody already had carts. There was no broccoli. There was one package of chicken. There was only a little bit of milk left. I didn't even look at the bread. It was quite ridiculous. Living in Bellevue has been strange after growing up in New England and then living in New York City for a while. Like, severe weather is just not a thing that happens out here. And snow is just not a thing that... Yeah. Yeah, that is what I heard as well. It's... well, it wasn't supposed to really get bad until maybe like 3 or 4 tomorrow. Yeah, it's a pretty amazing time. What a time to be alive. Okay. That's quite a big angle of attack. Fairly high steering losses. Yeah, that cost us like 100 meters per second. Yeah, we took a non-optimal ascent because I wanted staging to be at low dynamic pressure. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and dump the fairings early because we want every last little bit of delta V we can get on this one. Glorious bipropellant RCS is glorious. Why not? We'll start scanning here. Yeah, this is not a fast burning stage. At least we're neutral on electric charge. Well, positive actually. It's just we've filled our batteries. Still 2 kmsec to go. There we are. Man, I forgot this RCS is twice as much thrust. This RCS is quite powerful. Fun sister, thank you. Glad you enjoyed it all. Okay. Let's execute that node. Huh, I wonder why MacJeb isn't turning SAS on anymore. Super weird. Maybe it's because it's respecting remote tech? No. We'll find out once we get comms again. Why the heck do we not still don't have comms? Now we have some comms. Why are we no longer turning SAS on? And it flicks SAS off and doesn't warp to. Oh, auto warp was off. That would explain things. God, I'm an idiot. I bet that was true the other day. I bet I just clicked that by mistake somehow. Nice of it to be very stable. Oh, that was the... I forgot I had an engine engaged. Oh dear. All right, that's close enough, I think. And these panels are getting plenty of sunlight. So, good. Now let's go away and let it do its thing. Yeah, so that's why it was always hilarious to me whenever I hosted Squadcast, because I had to literally unlearn everything that was actually true about rocket science and try to remember how to play Kerbal as Kerbal. And it led to some really weird designs and playstyles on Squadcast. And like remembering that I didn't have enough thrust vector control, not like having to learn how to coast again, not having mech jeb. That was an interesting time in my life. It's a lot of fun though. Like hosting Squadcast was a lot of fun. All right, so 32 days till we go to the moon. Hopefully nobody's training will expire by then. Oh, people are in training anyway. So, yeah, we can just send the newbies. That's fine. All right, let's start that rolling out. That will cost a pretty penny. Wait, what? Did I pick the wrong pad? I picked the wrong pad. I picked the wrong pad, that's why. Oh, and it takes even longer to roll out. Hey, Iron Maiden. Welcome. All right, our VAB is empty. What do we want to build? Well, we have Venus in 252 days with a 4.5 kmsec transfer, and pretty sure that's going to be like 1.8 to capture. And we have Jupiter with a 6.5 kmsec transfer. Do we have any RTGs? Because I don't think I want to take solar panels to Jupiter. It's actually kind of tempting to do lunar landing on the cheap. Now that we're sending a Gemini out there. Because we can get a lander can, single person. Basically, we'll do LOR, but with the this is RSS RO RP-1. We can do LOR, send an uncrewed lander and the crewed Orca, and the lander could dock. It's probably too heavy though. Yeah, that's half a ton already. What's the dry mass on the Lemicent? I think like 1.5 tons maybe. So if we put a ton of propellant under this, we'll probably get back into orbit. So we're looking at maybe 2 tons total for the ascent stage. You know what? Let's mock it up. Sure as heck mean to the astronauts to do a try to do a landing like this, but 140, and how much is that thing? We said was 520 something kilos. So all right, we now have a mass simulator. For sure we want one of those. And MMH and NTO. At TL2. HP 50/50. It's my guess, but okay. We don't actually even need, yep, a ton of propellant. Almost exactly. Because we're going to want, okay, yeah, it's actually more like 1,100 kilos. But my guess of 2 tons was about right. 2 tons all up. It's because we added, on top of the 500 kilos, we added this. The docking thing. 2245, that's probably enough to get off the surface and get into orbit. Moon 1.1. All right, so let's put 2 of these on here. That looks better. I mean, in actual fact, we'd probably want to put the trans-stage engine on here. That's odd. That's fixed. All right, we're actually going to put a little bit extra in here because we're going to use We're going to use about 200 meters per second of this for terminal landing. How heavy are these things? 60 kilograms. That's not light. But what the heck? Yeah, that's really depressingly heavy. Maybe we'll just have 10 kilograms each worth of these things. All right, that's still fairly reasonable. Okay, so now let's see what we need to do. And I haven't put any RCS on this either. Doesn't really matter. It's not going to change our mass much. Guess it did a little. So let's bring this up again and put a third engine in. And AJ10 advanced. $138. Okay. So this is actually becoming, this is not, we're not quite going to fit in it, because I think we only have about 7.5 tons of mass margin. We're already at 6.3. And yeah. All right. We just don't quite have the rocket to do this yet. If we uprate that thing, once we have fancy hydrolocks, why do these things keep disappearing? That's a worrying sign. Did this actually unlock yet, or am I still waiting? No, it didn't yet. Okay. Hey, Pat. So this is just not quite enough. That's 8 tons, and I think we just don't quite have 8-ton capability on a Foxhound. So we can almost do LOR with the Saturn 1B that we have. But, well, not Saturn 1B, Foxhound, which is rather more capable than a Saturn 1B. You know what, let me just put it underneath and check. And we'll play with the size of that and see if maybe the Devon stage under it is better. fix staging, because staging got screwed up. All right, now staging is unscrewed. Right, that looks unlikely. $31.14. Yeah, so we're about 150 meters per second short right now. So let's shrink this and see what happens. If our delta V goes up or down. Goes down. Okay, so it turns out we were actually right at the optimal point, pretty much. So we just don't quite have the capability. All right. So we need a bigger rocket, basically. And at that point, we might as well do the lunar mission in style with an actual Apollo-class capsule and an actual two-person lander and all the trimmings. Yeah, it should be fairly easy to do a lander on 12 tons. Doing a lander on 7 tons is just not super viable. You need the little like mini open Langley open cockpit landers to do that. All right. So been there, done that. Let's see how much mass we have to play with from an uprated Doberman. Nope, that broke things. All right, and let's replace this with some lead ballast. Actually, no, I just do it this way. All right, so that's 4.8. So we can go down about 800 meters per second from this config. And I'm going to go ahead and save this, actually, with a bunch of empty stages, so it's easily used by other things. So 13,200 That leaves us margin, because it will be not cheap. All right, so we can toss about 1.4 tons to Venus. And then, oh no, Venus is 4.5. Oops. So we need 13,700 in the bank. And a bit more because steering losses. Let's try 13,800. All right, so we can toss 800 kilograms at the next Venus window. So 800 kilograms to Venus, and then Jupiter, 6.5 km/sec. We're going to need a kick motor. That's how that's going to work. What's the best kick motor we have? We now have an Altair 2. Excellent. Okay, and we said 6.5. Oops. What is its specific impulse? 266. Not actually that awesome. So we need 16.4 or more to go to Jupiter. So we're going to send something like 200 kilograms to Jupiter. And we're going to need more kick motor than that. Come on. I hate it when that happens, when I click the wrong thing. All right. Do we have any star motors unlocked? Probably not. No. Man. All right. 6.5 and 9.2 is 15.7. So, all right, how much can we send? We can send 340 kilograms to Jupiter. All right, that's decent. That's decent. Just using a Doberman. I mean, we could send an awful lot using a Foxhound, but I'm not going to use a Foxhound. We don't have to use a Foxhound to do this. I mean, like heck, the Pioneer 10 and 11 went on Atlas Centaur. We don't have to. Already twice the capability of that. All right, so Jupiter, Venus, we were sending 1 point something. We were sending like what, 800 kilos a ton? I forget now. And Jupiter, we'll save that for now. Let me actually load the thing, and that will tell us how much, because I remember I saved it in that config, I think. Uh, $659, so 660, 4,700, 800, yes, 800 kilograms. All right. So what do we have over here? Let's put something down. You can ignore that, ignore that, ignore that. Bunch of solar panels. I don't have any RTGs unlocked in the tech tree. So better get that before we go to Jupiter. So all these nodes are queued. Oh, I bet we don't have any Jupiter dishes either. I didn't think of that. Let's see. $400, $300. There we are. Pioneer 10, 11 antenna. 160 watts. What kind of RTG do we need? Snap 9. 30 watts. So we would need 5 of these things. Or we could try to do this. And it's 40 watts, so we would only need 4 of them. Yeah, so they were historically used on Pioneer 10 and 11. But we haven't even queued that node, let alone finished it. So I think we probably have to skip this Jupiter window, because we're just not gonna, because we need, I guess I could refund one of these. What's going on? Do we have an alarm coming up? 212 days. No, that was the beep from an alarm. Huh. Confusing. Right. I think we're not going to get enough tech researched in 281 days for that. We're not going to get enough tech researched in 200 days such that we can build and launch the thing. Yeah, because techs take a while to research. I mean, we can mess with our queue, but so goodbye, Jupiter window. It is the Venus window that we should go to. But I think that will have to wait because for now I really should head to bed. So thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.